You're listening to an exclusive review. ASOT, A State of Trance.
Hey, what's up, and welcome to a new 10 questions. Here in the studio today is the man that just released a Sharper Edge Redux, not remixed, Redux. Mr. Craig Connely, how you doing, man?
I'm great, thank you very much. Good to be here, as usual.
I have 10 questions for you submitted through Instagram stories.
Brilliant, can't wait.
So let's kick off straight away. They're not that bad, I promise.
Okay.
Wreck-It Ralph 87 wants to know, which song made you fall in love with trance music?
I think I had a Euphoria double cassette in 1999.
Cassette, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like Chicane Saltwater was the first track on there. And I know it's not like essentially trance, but Born Slippy by Underworld was in 1996. And I remember hearing those like pads and pianos and being like sat in the car.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, being sat in the car with my parents and thinking like, what is this sound? Like I have to figure out what this sound is. Like I love this sound, but it wasn't a sound I'd really experienced before in my life. So I think that was like my first like getting my head into like what trance sounds were. So I think it was that.
Was that the moment as well that you were like, okay, now I want to start making this music and DJing as well?
Well, I played guitar first. I'm thinking in '97. So I've always and still today I've been into some rock music. But I think like when it came to like '99, I was like going to like under 18s discos and things like that. And they were playing all like the '99 trance in there. I was like, God, like this music's amazing. And again, I didn't really know what it was, and we just all called it dance music.
Yeah.
But that included happy hardcore, hard house music and trance, and they would play all this music that none of us had ever heard because we didn't go to clubs, we were old enough.
Yeah.
I was like, God, we've got to figure out what this music is, and it turns out the music I loved the most out of all of those genres was trance.
And then, because you're from Manchester,
yeah,
you went to the clubs as soon as you were 18, right?
Oh yeah,
Ghost Kitchen, Gate Crasher.
Like, as soon as I turned 18, I think I went to like Ghost Kitchen, Gate Crasher, Good Grief, all of them.
Do you remember the first time you went to a show like that, or saw a big DJ?
Yeah, I bet you can't believe this. This was Tiesto in God's Kitchen playing a trance show. So like old school Tiesto.
Oh,
it was like 2000.
I remember those days.
Yeah, 2004, and then like onwards from there, I think I saw in like so many times at God's Kitchen doing open to closes because he was a resident at that time. So we would play all night. It was amazing. I've always been a massive Paul Van Dyke fan, above and beyond Gareth. So I've been through them all.
Awesome. Next question. Trancyclopedia wants to know, and I want to know as well, because the only tune that you released under this alias was on my label Statement Recordings. What happened to Darth Stone?
Well, there's not that nothing's not happening with it. I do write a lot of that music in the background as well for my own entertainment, so maybe I should send you something as well.
Yes, please, because the only release that you did on the Darth Stone was amazing, man. Still love it.
I should release some of your music. I mean, I do have a lot of that stuff just kind of like there, like what I make for fun on my computer. Because I've been like classically like a touring trance DJ, the focus has been releases which reinforce that and help that to grow. Because I'm not necessarily known as a progressive act, but I guess I could release some of it, just for fun and just for entertainment. So
there is new material.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff like that. It's just sat on my computer that I've made. I just make it for fun.
Get it off that computer, man. Come on.
But like, it's like I make a lot of music because I enjoy doing it. So I like a lot of stuff I just catalog it and just
Do you take some of the production techniques from Darth Stone to your normal music, I should say? Yeah,
I mean, like on the new album, the version I released earlier in the year, like there's a track called California, and the original album mix of Life Half Lived are both quite like got progressive sound sets but a bit faster, so there's definitely inspiration there. There's like big piano parts like there was in Darth Stone, that kind of progressive bass as well. So yeah, I definitely take those on board.
I can't wait to hear those new tunes, man. Sitting just on the hard disk, unbelievable. All right, next question. Probat KV96 wants to know, if you were to create a project outside of your comfort zone, what genre would it be?
Wow. Again, I probably have made a little bit like of this music but kept it to myself. Chasing Status?
Yeah.
I've made, I wouldn't say it's like the drum and bass part of it, but like the commercial kind of almost pop stuff. So like the breakbeat, dirty bass type music, which fits into like very small hole. I've made some of that as well. So like I have some of that just on my hard drive as well. So
there's a whole vault of
there
music.
There is, yeah. But what do I do to I have to focus all my attention on my career in trance, which I absolutely love.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I do have these other things that I've made, like break beats, with like big analog basses and like vocals that could be in the charts and stuff like that. But you know, I love trance.
How does it work? You sit at home, you listen to the radio, and you were like, hey, I wonder how they create it, and you just want to challenge yourself into making it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Chasing Status, Lost and Found. That track is amazing, and I sat down and tried to make a track like that. So I have a track on my hard drive that I've made, which is a bit like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
More music in the vault. Unbelievable.
I know.
SDQ74 with the next question. Well, you already mentioned it with the guitar earlier. What is the story behind the rock guitar break on Meet at the End?
So that is played by my friend Rory O'Grady, who's in a band called Boomin' in Manchester, and they're like predominantly like a covers band, like a party band, but they do their own material as well, and it's very fun music. But me and him have been best friends since we were like 13, and we used to like play together in our bedrooms on the instruments. So like I said, look, I've got this vocal and this track, but I need something to like put into the break to kind of make it come alive. So I just said, just come down and we'll just have some fun, you know, like no pressure. So we just got his electric guitar down, plugged it in, and that's what he came up with, you know, so it was good.
Awesome.
I know.
Well, you mentioned that you play guitar yourself as well. Did you ever take a guitar and just wrote something that turned into a dance song, or did you use it in a song?
No, because I'm absolutely terrible at playing guitar.
Really?
I'm awful. I've completely forgot. I mean, I stopped playing guitar when I was 16, but I'd started picking up piano when I was like 22, 23. And I'm not like a good player, but I have this thing where I can jam along to a piece of music, or I know enough piano
You hear the chords and
theory.
you're like you're playing along.
Yeah, like I know enough theory of piano to kind of reharmonize and make my own melodies. So I can play them really badly, and then I get them into the computer and then make them work.
I love that how you say I can play them really badly.
Yeah, it's true. I can play all my music very badly.
Well, that works as long as you have the computer, right? I have the same thing though. IPCH wants to know, what's your most recent inspiration? And she or he is from the Japanese trance family.
Hi, Japanese trance family. Inspiration, I suppose, like from a life experience. Nathan, my son, was born after the album, so none of the music you're hearing right now is obviously inspired by him. But then since August, all the music I've written, I've kind of like, you know, been very happy. I have like a picture of him in the studio there in front of me. So like I do like think about him when I'm making music. So
you're writing something minor and you look to the right, you see Nathan, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to change this.
Yeah, I need to be more happy. Like, you know, look at his smile, it's so nice. But yeah, like he definitely is my inspiration to keep going and to work hard and, you know, and make a good life for, you know, me and my family. Because that's what it is now. I have a family. Like, you know, it's not just me and Alana, you know, like a couple. We are a family now. So I have to like work towards that.
Responsibilities, sir. Yeah. Nadine37, hey Nadine, how are you doing? Who would your dream collaboration be?
Wow. It's cliche to say, obviously I'm sat here in Armin studio, but Armin, of course, you know, I've watched his music since God knows 2003. It'd be amazing. Giuseppe, we have the same manager, so I think, you know, at the right time, me and Giuseppe, it'd be good if we could do a track together. I also really like Cold Blue, an amazing producer, John O'Callaghan, of course. A Fact to Be, I've done a track with already. So yeah, so those kind of guys really.
So the music first, guys. You can make that happen, like with them.
I know. Yeah, it's just finding the right time because everyone has, you know, we're all really busy with our projects, so you know we wouldn't take a collab on if one of us was doing an album at that time. But I think both me, Giuseppe, and Cold Blue have all like finished our album cycles now. So maybe there's a collab in the works between one of those two guys, but we'll see.
Hey, I think that's an easy 1 + 1 is 3, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Elena69 Luca wants to know, who is your favorite producer and most important, why?
Oh wow, it's really hard because I like so much music, but again, Giuseppe's music. I've been doing a lot of Twitch streams recently, and all these tunes I think across this year has been, you know, getting to my live sets. I just love that clubby feel, nothing too like complicated, just really like good banging dance music. John O'Callaghan as well has been a massive inspiration for me over the years. So I think probably those two guys are like the granddaddies of that uplifting trance
the
sound.
Granddaddies. I'm not sure if they're going to be happy about that.
Wow, if they want to take the compliment, they're going to have to take it.
No, they can take it. They can take it. Did you see the masterclass that Giuseppe made, or?
Yeah, I've not watched it yet, but that's what I'm going to do over Christmas.
Yeah,
when I get some time.
Very
to sit
curious
down.
about it.
Yeah. I mean, we have, like I said, we have the same manager, and I've got an insight into how it was created. And it looks incredible. Yeah. You know, it isn't just like a little tutorial. It's like a really in-depth thing. I think there's over 13 hours worth of content on there. So it goes way beyond anything that he's put on YouTube before. And he's so old school, like he's all done, you know, in the studio with real analog gear, real hardware that you can see, and you'll be able to see the difference between the hardware and the software and why each is important. So, you know, it goes way beyond just, you know, someone who just made something with a computer, you know what I mean?
I just wonder where does he get the time from? Because he's been releasing so much music, and then oh, here's a masterclass. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
how?
He has 2 kids as well.
How does it? I don't understand.
I've only got one. I was like, how
must be some magical pasta or something. I don't know. A Songhani wants to know, at what age did you discover trance music?
Like I said earlier in the interview, probably around maybe 10 or 11, but really early.
The cassette tape time.
Yeah, the cassette was the cassette was around 13, 14. Then I got my first set of turntables around 16. And started buying records from there. And I started producing music around that time as well, but just like really badly on that Reason. You remember that program?
Yeah, I use it too.
Yeah, I've still got it today. It's still a pretty good program, but like, yeah, probably around that time.
Nice. Oh, this is a good one actually. Ahamda Abdullah Yarmil. I hope I didn't slay your name, sorry. Will you be teaching your baby music?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course I will. I can't wait for that.
Have you had Nathan in the studio already?
Yeah. I just sit him there, and he gets a bit bored and like starts like murmuring and stuff, and he can't talk. He's only 3 months old, but like, it was funny the other day. I have this little Moog synthesizer. Like the computer wasn't on. Like I just plugged it into the mixer so he could hear it. I was just picking him up. He's learned to like brace his arms now. So I just picked him up and like just dropping him on the keyboard, so just going. So that was his first music lesson. He's learned that when he puts his hand on a keyboard, it makes a noise.
Well, you said it yourself. You play your music horribly, but if you put it in the computer.
All he has to do is just badly bang on the keyboard and we'll make something work.
The first Nathan Connely track is going to be out next year.
It's going to be called Honk.
Honk. Honk. Honk.
Honk.
The last one already, the 10th question. Sneh Makija 827. How do you choose which vocalists you work with? Because you have brought a lot of new vocalists into the scene.
Yeah, there's something which I take really seriously. Like, I don't like to just keep rehashing vocalists, which we've seen 1,000 times. I think it's important to drive the scene forward, to bring new people into it. And whether, you know, they are picked up by other acts along the way, that's great, but obviously I can't influence that. I can just show new people. So how do I pick them? Is basically, I look more for people that can write a great record rather than vocally. Obviously, I've got, they're doing like great performances as well. But I look to the writing first, and that the catchiest writers are the ones which get my attention. Yeah. So people like Tara Louise, Jessica Lawrence, Alex Holmes, 3 people in particular that come to mind, which I think, wow, what you wrote there is incredible. And I think it would work on a trance record, because I don't think either one of those have done like really trance before. And I find it hard to believe, like, how has someone like Tara Louise not been picked up before? She was on the websites like Vocalizer and that, and I'm thinking like, surely someone must realize how much potential there is there. So how I find them, in answer to the question, is I look for how they write rather than how they sing.
You browse around on several sites, SoundCloud and Vocalizer.
Yeah, so Vocalizer, I've got a lot of content through them. I think Alex Holmes, Cameron Robinson, Tara Louise, Jessica Lawrence, at least all came from there. Kat Marsh. And I found one of the best vocals I have on the latest album is Life Half Lived. And that is by Karina Ramich, who does generally just do drum and bass. Yeah. But she was on the soundtrack to Forza Horizon 4, right? So I'm playing Forza like so much. I love cars. Like I play Forza more than anything on the Xbox. And I keep hearing this song and thinking, God, who wrote that? That's amazing. Like if they wrote that, that is something special. So I just find her on Instagram. Turns out she's in London. She's on my time zone. So I just messaged her on Instagram, like DM, and said, look, this track's amazing. I write dance music, trance. Are you interested in doing something different? She's like, yeah, of course. Like I'm a session writer. Yeah, it's like, this is what I do for a living. I session write, I write music, I perform it as well. So I was like, right, perfect. So you're like, you know, singer-songwriter. So I sent her the back and she sent me back this vocal. I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like this is so good. And this is just, yeah. And this is a girl I found on Forza Horizon. So you can find good vocalists anywhere. You know? Always look for how they write rather than how they sing. Yes, a song is more important than anything. Yeah, of course. A catchy song, you know. Of course, it's good to have a good vocal performance, but I know that, you know, some people have got the best vocal performance, but they can't really write that well, you know. Yeah, very true. Well, thank you for the insights there. My pleasure. Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much for answering these 10 questions submitted by our fans of State of Trance, of course. Yeah, that's it. Make sure to check out A Sharper Edge, Redux, not Remix, Redux. Yeah. Believe me, it's going to be worth it. He went all out. Yeah. I went the full
Not even
shebang.
just picking remixes. He took the parts from all the remixes and hashed them all together. So it's an interesting project.
It is, yeah. It's it's all the tracks have been reworked and remixed and then laid out, so all the arrangements are different. Basically taking the best bits of all the different tracks that are involved in the project.
And a lot of re's turn into redux.
Yeah.
Nice one. Thank you so much, Greg.
No worries. My pleasure.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Cheers.